With the winter meetings being all but over and the Yankees deciding to do nothing, but having the rare combination of all the free agents that they are in on not signed, it was seemingly an uneventful winter meeting for the New York Yankees. There were a couple things that affected them, like Pete Alonso leaving the Mets and joining the American League East, going down to South Bronx in Baltimore. With this being a quiet winter meetings, the most consequential part of it was a report about our own all-star second baseman. What's going on, guys? King of Honor 61st Gen. I'm back in another video, and Jeff Passan, along with other reporters, have put out reports that the Yankees have listened to offers on Jazz Chisholm Jr. Before I get into any of the breakdown of whether the Yankees should trade Jazz or not, let me get this straight. The Yankees listening to offers on a player does not mean they want to trade that player. Back in 2021 or 2022, the Yankees listened on offers about Aaron Judge. It's called doing your due diligence. If a team is going to give you an offer, you are going to listen unless it's one of a select few players. Either it's Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani, someone who's a franchise star, Jose Ramirez. Those are the types of guys that you don't even listen on. But the Pirates are going to listen on Paul Skeens. The Tigers are willingly trading Tarek Skubal. Everyone in Major League Baseball is expendable at the right price. So them listening to offers does not mean they want to trade him. Just want to put that out there as just a disclaimer. Now, if the Yankees were to trade Jazz Chisholm and follow through on these offers they are listening to, it would be the biggest mistake they have made in the 2020s. And I'll tell you why. Jazz Chisholm Jr., ever since being traded to the Yankees, has been no worse than the second best second baseman in baseball. In 2025, Jazz Chisholm, a top 5 WAR season at second base, along with having the third highest WRC plus among all second basemen. And the only one that I could really count as a real second baseman is Ketel Marte ahead of him, as Jorge Polanco is also a bit of a DH. So really, Jazz is top 2 in most productive hitters at that position. And he's a top 5 WAR recipient, at least in terms of Fangraphs WAR, at 4.4. Having a 4.5 win season is nothing to slouch at. Jazz Chisholm put up the 4th ever 30-30 season in Yankees history. And he's only the 3rd player to do it. Bobby Bonds doing it twice. Jazz Chisholm, right now, production-wise, especially offensively, is a top 2 second baseman in baseball. And you have him on your team. He's already here. If we were to get Ketel Marte, it would drain us of the farm system we have. If you were to get a Nico Horner or a Brendan Donovan, it would cost you real assets. Jazz Chisholm right now just costs you money. And yes, he is up for extension, which is why it's probably being reported that they're listening to offer, because timelines match up to where this could be a realistic trade. Is it worth it for the Yankees to give up real assets, prospects that could be used to go out and get a Sandy Alcantara or even an Edward Cabrera, even if they wanted to fucking gun for one of the top guys on the market, Tarek Skubal or something like that? You can't do that if you trade for another second baseman. That's going to cost you assets that would have been pushed into a potential Skubal trade, or God forbid, a potential Skeens trade. These are things you have to think about if you're the Yankees. Jazz Chisholm has a rare combination of power and speed, especially at that second base position, something we haven't had since the first stint of Alfonso Soriano's career. Jazz Chisholm has become the 2020s version of Alfonso Soriano, and he missed a month and a half of this season. Alfonso Soriano was a 40-40 guy. Jazz missed over 30 games. 40-40 is not out of the equation for someone like Jazz Chisholm Jr., especially at only 27 years old. He will be 28 come the 2026 season, entering what most consider the physical prime of your career. And already he has put up all-star seasons. He's already put up a 30-30 season. This is a guy who wants to be in New York, has said it multiple times. And now let's just say the Yankees are trading him. The package you're going to get back, you may think it's going to be lucrative because Jazz is a 27 to 28-year-old stud at second base. Of course, you should be able to get something back for him, but the fact that he's only on the last year of his deal, that's going to tank his value a ton, to where if you look at this value for value, you're not getting back what you gave up for Jazz Chisholm Jr., which was Augustin Ramirez and another prospect that's still in the minor league. You're not getting that back. You may get a couple outside the top 100, outside the top 10 prospects. That's not enough value to take 30-30 and possible 40-40 out of this lineup, especially a lineup right now. No Bellinger until he's re-signed. There is an aging Giancarlo Stanton. We don't know what's going to happen with shortstop. Third base, that's still a question mark. You need solid guys in this lineup to pair with Aaron Judge, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. is that guy. And no one you're going to get back for Jazz Chisholm Jr. is going to replace what Jazz Chisholm Jr.'s value is. I get the Yankees want to add more contact, but you could do that in other spots. If we sign back Bellinger, which it looks like, even though the Yankees won't budge at 5 years and Bellinger wants more, it seems like both sides want to get that done. If the Yankees get that done, one of the two, in terms of Jason Dominguez or Spencer Jones, are now expendable. Who's to say you can't go out and trade one of those in a more desperate position for you? Let's say Steven Kwan, he can go and play left, or even you could go out and get a third baseman if you really don't trust Ryan McMahon. There are so many other avenues you can go to get that contact speed combination that don't involve trading Jazz Chisholm Jr. And some of you may be looking at this and saying, well, if the Yankees aren't going to re-sign him, then what's the point of keeping him? Well, this contract that Jazz Chisholm may get next offseason, it's not going to be the most earth-shattering contract. It's not going to be as big as a Cody Bellinger deal. It may not even be as big as Trent Grisham's $22 million. Right now, he is projected to get between $20 to $24 million annually over 5 to 7 years. If the Yankees were to ink a 7-year, $100 million contract, that's less than $20 million a year. And maybe he would want 20 a year. Okay, you either go or 6 years, 120, or 5 years, 100. That's not breaking the bank. If you're the Yankees, you're getting that type of value for a guy who's giving you all-star, silver slugger, 30-30 performance at a position of need for you. It's also a guy who has provided so much positional versatility for the New York Yankees, putting him at third base when he's never played third base a day in his life. These are all valuable traits. And it seems like a lot of Yankees fans have lost the plot because of how the season ended with that booted ground ball. A lot of people have lost what Jazz Chisholm has done during his tenure in the Yankees. This trade has been a wild success, and Jazz Chisholm should be a Yankee long-term. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think Jazz Chisholm should be a Yankee long-term? Do you think the Yankees should trade him? Why not? Let me know down below. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. This offseason's moving incredibly slowly for the New York Yankees, but I'm still gonna be here covering everything as it comes out. Sorry the videos haven't been as consistent as they could be. I'm going to get that figured out. But until next time, I'm out of here. Take care and peace.